Happy Taco Tuesday, everyone. You know, day of the week it is a
It's
taco guest,
it's Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. You don't need no introduction.
I'll do it
Bobby,
anyway.
Fobby Naghmi, divisional president of Homecomings,
Yeah.
founder and creator of Laugh, Blend, and Boogie,
Yes.
published author.
Yes.
Anything else I should add?
Friend of Dalila Ramos.
That is right. And Bobby is in my current hometown of Orlando.
Yes, I am.
Picked him up from the airport and took him to one of my favorite places, La Hacienda Restaurant. Woo. And we got lunch
Yes, we
late.
do.
And
Yeah.
let's show them our beautiful.
All right.
Look
This
at
this
the-
looks
woo.
authentic, by the way. Can I just say this looks authentic? It's not like back home in DC.
No, DC don't got good tacos.
No, not like this.
I got a taco and an enchilada. Yes, I got an enchilada. Okay, but I got my taco. You see it? It's right there. Rice and beans. Bobby got flautas
Yes.
and a taco,
Tacos.
a birria taco,
Yes.
and then rice and beans. And so we're gonna take a bite out of these beauties
Yes,
in a
we
moment,
are.
but content. So,
Yes.
congratulations
Thank you.
on your move. In case you didn't know, Bobby made a move
I did.
and you created Homecomings,
I
started
did.
Homecomings, DBA.
Thank you for this, by the way, because you were the one who introduced me to Gabe. So anyone who doesn't know, it was her little phone call that put us all together.
Hey, Gabe. Yes, he's absolutely right. I did connect them because I feel like that's like a God-given gift of mine is
Sure.
connection, right? So how's it going?
I mean, look, it's the market, right?
Yeah.
Let's not BS each other. The market is tough, right?
It is.
But in my view, this was also a great opportunity to start something because the market is slow, so you can create the infrastructure, you can work on the brand, you can work on all sorts of different things before the market turns around, and now you have so much business like we did in the past.
That you didn't have time for
Right,
nothing, right?
right.
But now it's down, it's slow. You got to do it kind of maybe organically, create.
Yeah. Look, I mean, we have, it's not like we're not doing business, but of course we're doing business like
Yes,
everybody else.
Of course.
It's we got used to a certain amount of business.
Yep. We
But
did.
look, dude, I've been in this industry since '94.
I was in high school.
Yeah, I know you were in high school. A lot of us were working at that point, right? And so it's not my first rodeo, and we've
it's
seen
not.
it before.
It's not mine either.
And
so,
I mean, creating the Homecomings brand was a very special thing for me because something that we were doing is a percentage of our profit will actually go to help find children that are missing and help them come home.
amen. I know that you were big into charity when
Right.
you do Potapalooza,
Right.
right? Which I participated
Yep.
for.
Yep.
And but I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So shout out to Homecomings. and
Yeah.
Family
So we
First
want to
for
make sure that
That's
like
awesome.
our motto is everyone deserves to come home, and that was because the missing children, like they all deserve to come home to their parents and
That's
their
right.
loved ones.
That's right.
And so that's what we're really striving towards.
So I was also part of your strategic planning meeting earlier this year. Great kickoff.
Oh
start.
yeah,
that was
the
fun.
mindset seminar.
The mindset seminar, that was good. And so you wrote a book, Falling Forward.
Yes.
There is another book coming out, which is
It's not coming out, I think, by the end of the year, I hope.
Okay.
But it's 40 Days Without My Father.
40 Days Without
Yeah.
My Father.
And so that was basically, my dad passed away December 11th. And on the 40th day, in my culture, we have a special prayer session.
Okay.
And it was like a moment that I was able to pause and write down all these things that I've learned since he's no longer with me, physically.
Yeah. And you said we were just talking before we started the video, and now you're doing things for the first time without your
Yeah,
dad.
absolutely. And that's look, I mean, I did a whole podcast on this with Michael Chapman
Okay.
on Beyond the Numbers, grief in the executive world.
Oof.
And executives, we don't know how to deal with grief. Like in my mind, I was feeling guilty for not supporting my team. And I'm like, hold on, my team is going to how are they going to survive? How are they going to do this? and not giving myself that time to kind of slow down and grieve and kind of come back. And luckily, my team was, like very acceptable. Hey, you got to go through what you got to go through. We got this. But the other part was, it was literally 30 days after we launched Homecomings, and so I launched Homecomings. And I deal with this, and so yeah, it did feel like I tripped coming out of the gate. You know what I mean? But I also know that I'm a very strong religious guy, and I feel like whatever's happening has got to be the will of the universe, and that's fine. And whatever it is, it must have been for a reason.
No, I believe, I'm a person of faith as well. Whatever God has in store for you, let's go ahead and we'll take it in. And I'm right there with you. I feel like every time we're together and we're doing videos, I have a moment with you, because you said about grieving and being an executive. I recently lost my mother.
Yeah.
And as I was entering 2023 and obviously creating my Love and Tacos media company, and this happened.
Yeah.
So I feel like I too tripped already in 2023, and it's only February. So wow.
Yeah, I mean, listen, grief.
We're just tripping all over the place.
And grief is not an easy thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And so you've got to I didn't know this. So listen, I mean, I'll be very frank with you. And I said this on the other show that I was on, right?
Yeah.
Like if someone had said to me, "Hey, I lost my uncle. He was 92 years old."
Yeah.
The first thing out of my mouth would have been, "Well, he lived a very long life."
Yeah.
Because that seems like a socially acceptable statement to say that I understand you. My dad was 92, and I felt guilty for grieving a 92-year-old man.
Wow.
Like there was guilt, like I shouldn't be grieving him. He was 92, he lived a full life, but yet he was still my father and I was still his son.
Of course.
And I was like, why couldn't I get 96 years? Why do you got to be 92 years?
It's deep, Bobby.
Yeah. So I had all these emotions, and I think that's part of the reason I started writing the book on the 40th day, was because it was a way for me to kind of let out what I was going through in a way that I feel like if I can share this with the world, then they'll understand when they go through it, here's a book that will help them. And that's all.
And we need, we talked about us no longer being part of the sandwich generation. Well, your mom still around, but when you exit that, the sandwich generation, and for those that don't know or didn't watch my video, sandwich generation is when you are caring for your loved ones and still have children in your home, like kind of all these generations under one roof.
Right.
And it's extremely challenging. And then when you exit out of it, you're like, what do I do?
Well, the world is different, you know. Our mutual friend Joe Wilson. I mean, he was talking to me and he was like, "How are you doing?" You know. And I was like, "Joe, I feel like I'm back on my feet, but the feet are planted in a brand new world, and so it's not the same world anymore." And it's so odd to just say that, but that's the way I feel. That's my perception.
See, when you come on, you guys, Taco Tuesday is never scripted.
No.
It's never scripted, you guys. That's why I just turned the camera on, and whatever happens. But I always want folks to view Taco Tuesday as an opportunity to learn, not only learn other people, connect, get a little bit of background on them, but if there is some information that can help you, whether in your business or your life, man, you're not the only one. You're not going through it alone.
Absolutely.
So happy Taco Tuesday, everyone. Always sending light and positivity to all. This too shall pass. Let's go ahead and take a bite. I'm going to take my taco.
I am too.
And I am going to...
Oh, they're so tiny.
Yeah, that's
why they're so tiny.
I'm going to dip mine in beans. Ooh.
See, in DC, they always have big tacos.
DC is... Well, he ate his tacos. You guys eat your tacos. Bye.